Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. How you all doing? Hope well. Hope you're all doing great. My name is Petra and this is PETY'S. In this channel, I'll talk about everything faith, health, and lifestyle. Thank you so much if you're a new subscriber. Thank you so much for liking, for sharing. I see the love, guys. Thank you so much. And thank you as well to the OGs. Yay! Thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing, for staying subscribed, and for watching. Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. So this year, guys, we are looking at developing ourselves. Yes. I know you are, what are you? I know you are the supporter of every other person, but this year on this channel, we're looking at developing ourselves, like all round development, faith, health, lifestyle, all round, investing in yourself, becoming the best of you. Yes, girl. Yes, my darling, the best of you. Okay, so in this video, in that light, we'll be looking at how to ace your band 6 job interview in the NHS. If it's something that you're willing to stick with me and learn and grow, please stay tuned.
Oh, what a beautiful day with the ones that always stay, living my best life. Come on, me together we shine.
Okay, here we are, guys. So you have done your band 6 job application. Yes, you filled in the application form, you've gotten someone to review it, you've tick all the boxes, you've submitted, uploaded all the documents, and you've pressed submit. And a few weeks later, hopefully a few weeks later or a few days later, some people are quite quick, you're sent an email saying, congratulations, you've passed the first step of the job application process and we are delighted to invite you for an interview. Blah, 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 blah. They give you the date, the time, the venue, where to come to, what to bring, and they give you the requirements, okay? So what next? You're like, oh my God, you're excited. If you're like me, if you're like me, you're excited. You're like, oh my God, okay, I got the job interview. I got an interview for this job that I really like and I really want to do. But I'm so nervous. I'm excited, but I'm nervous because, bro, I don't know what to do. It's my first time, or maybe I've done it so many times, but then I still, I still need some encouragement. I still need some things to be done before I'm actually really confident. So what do I do? Okay, if you are in that place right now, I'd like you to first take a deep breath. Congrats on passing the first step of your band 6 job application process. Congrats for getting an interview. Yay! Congratulate yourself, celebrate yourself. Yes, you've at least you've been invited for an interview. I mean, so many people don't even dream of getting an interview for a managerial post in the NHS, especially as nurses. I'm talking from my experience. Many people don't even think they could be invited for an interview. So it's a big deal, guys. Yes, it is a big deal. So please celebrate yourself and take a deep breath. Try to chill. Yes, you've gotten this interview and now this is happening. Chill, reflect on it, and then start thinking. Okay, so dive straight into the video, guys. So the first thing when you get that invite, okay, is to go through the invite carefully. The date, the place, the time. Ensure that your calendar is cleared. Ensure that there's nothing in the way. Nothing is stopping you from attending that interview. If you're working on that day, probably you have a job already and you need to maybe book annual leave, take a day off, or something for that interview, you can. I don't know the right or wrong answer to whether you should tell your manager or not. If it's in your department and you've applied, your manager might already know that you've applied, and it's okay to tell her that, okay, look, I've applied for this job, I got an interview. She might even mentor you. Yeah, managers are very, very nice like that. Some are really nice. They might mentor you, coach you on what to do during the interview. But generally, she might not be part of the panel to avoid bias and stuff. But at least he or she, your manager, could be aware if you want, but it's not obligatory. Okay, if it's in a different trust and you'll be leaving, then probably not, especially if you're not very sure you get the job anyways. So for me, I would say probably don't inform your manager if you are going to be leaving when you get this job. Okay, it's fine to inform them later on and then do your notice period normally. The second thing will be to read down and look at the requirements. Okay, Most often for a managerial post in the NHS, even some band 4 job interviews as well, they would ask for a presentation, okay? They'll ask for a presentation. So you need to be able to read through the topic, exactly what they want from you on that presentation, and be sure that you're able to come up with one before the interview date. Usually they'll give you about 2 weeks from this day that you've gotten your invite to when you're gonna have your interview. It's at least 2 weeks. That's enough time for you to prepare. You've got disability requirements as well. You would need to get back to them and tell them things they need to do to make sure that the interview is fair and that you can access the building and things like that on the interview date, okay? So those things will be present in the email. Generally, this might vary depending on the employer, but generally you find stuff like this in an interview invite email. If it's a topic you're familiar with, fine and good. If you're not familiar with the topic, get down to work, okay? Start doing your research, start Googling, start checking, start looking, and make sure that you come up with a good presentation. Usually you're given 10 minutes to present, and then you ask questions as well. So make sure that your presentation is not very long. It is under 10 minutes, and then so they can ask you questions. If it's a band 6 job interview in the NHS, generally there will be a panel. So not just one person. Generally there's a panel of about 3-4 people on that interview. If it's virtual, yes, it's still going to be a panel. If it's on site, it's still going to be a panel. So prepare to meet a couple of people and present this to them. If it's a band 7 job interview or band 8, maybe there's going to be a group of people. Yes, I've been in that situation before. Sometimes it's a whole group of people, like a whole classroom filled up with people, strangers, guys, and you're supposed to present this to them, and they can ask you questions randomly at the end, okay? We won't go into that, but make sure that your presentation is well done. Make sure that you do it thoroughly, you do your research, make sure you rehearse the presentation before the day. Again, get people to review it for you, get some people that you could present to so you can be able to tell. For me, I talk very quickly. I don't know why. I talk very fast. Especially if I'm nervous, I talk even faster than this. Okay, so make sure that your presentation skills are top notch. You don't need to be a perfect presenter, but make sure that you're clear, loud, and people can understand what you're saying. Okay. Sometimes if I'm talking very fast, people might not get what I'm saying. So ensure that you're able to pace yourself slowly, okay? And someone will be able to, if you present to someone before the day, then they can tell you that, okay, I think you're talking too fast. Like for myself, can you slow down a little bit, like I'm doing right now? Yes, I'm still learning, guys. I'm still learning how to pace myself when I'm talking. Also mind your tone, mind your language. The awkward gap should not be there and things like that. So those are things that you would manage when you're preparing for your interview, okay? And if you have someone that can actually help you with it as well, that'd be great. The next thing I recommend, which is my top tip, guys. If there's anything you're going to take out of this video, take this out, okay? My top tip is that if you can find a few hours to go to the department you've applied to before the day of your interview, please do it. Please do it. At the bottom somewhere in the email, sometimes they advise for informal chats and conversations. If you want, it's optional, it's not obligatory, but please take advantage of this if you're offered it and if it's allowed. Please do it, okay? If it's somewhere that you cannot go, if the interview is virtual and it's too far, that's fine. You can still organize informal phone calls or Zoom calls or Teams calls with the people that will be interviewing you, okay? If you can actually go to the department and meet them in person, that is, I don't know, I don't even know how to say it. I'm getting emotional. That is very good. That's a good sign that you're interested, you're passionate about the job, you want to know more. If you can meet the team, visit the department. In my current job, that's what I do. That's what I did. That's what I did, guys, in my current job. I met the team before my interview. I spoke to them, they showed me around. Before I was even interviewed, guys, and I got the job. Guys, I got the job. And I've advised so many of my colleagues, so many of my friends to do this, and it works every single time. If you interview well, your presentation is good, and you visited the department before, you had an informal chat with the team before, you met people and they saw you, how you act in a normal environment, in a work environment, and it was good, you get the interview over someone who didn't have that informal chat or who didn't visit the department, okay? I think that's my personal theory, guys. Don't come for me, but that's my personal theory, and it has worked for me so far. So please do it if you can. Okay, yes, and then hopefully you get good vibes from the work environment and from everyone, and you're happy to work in that place. Okay? If you can print out your presentation, please print it out. If you've got one, it ensures that if there's any technical issues on the day, anything is wrong, you've got your presentation printed out and you're not disappointed, guys. Avoid disappointment. So print it out, print a few copies for the panel as well, so that if there's no PowerPoint or the machines, devices, computers act up all the time, ensure that you've got hard copy that you could fall back on. The next thing is to prepare for the interview proper. I would say if you want me to do a detailed video on band 6 job interview questions and my suggested answers, please let me know down below and I will create one for you. Okay, go again back to job description and research on every single thing, make notes, read extensively, come up with data if you can. Yeah, do too much, guys. Read about the organization you're applying for. Hey, oh my god, read about the organization you're applying for, know about their values, know about NHS values as well, know about the organization's specific values. Please do not leave this out. Make sure you know them, and then you also have examples of how you've applied that in your previous roles. Okay, that is very important. Note them down as well. Prepare for specific interview questions. You can check online as well. And you can also watch videos online as well on specific job interview questions. If you want me to, again, to do a video on some common interview questions for band 6 nurses, let me know down below and I will be doing that for you. Yes, for you. And my last tip, not to make this video too long, is that prepare a question for your panel for after the interview. Yes, guys, do not shy away from that. They shouldn't ask you that, okay, what's your next question? You're like, oh, I don't have any question. Or what question do you have for us? You know, let's say, hi Petra, okay, we're done with the interview now. Do you have any questions for us? You can't say no. Please have something you're going to ask. And common mistake, do not ask about salary. No, please. Do not ask about salary. Ask questions that are related to the job. Again, if I'm making a video on, you know, common interview questions that you could be asked and suggested answers, I can also do some questions that you could ask back to your panel. Okay, but as a bonus, I'll just give you a few that come to mind. You can ask about career progression opportunities. You can ask about development opportunities in the job. You can ask about what working the team feels like. Are they friendly and things like that? You can ask about well-being. Are there any well-being opportunities as well in the job, in the trust? If it's something that's not outlined in the job description, you could ask as well. But avoid questions around
annual leave, allowances, salary negotiations.
Unless you're asked about salary, do not mention anything about salary, because it generally puts employers off, or the interview panel, it generally puts them off and they're like, this person. So I want to put your best foot forward, isn't it? So make sure that you avoid all those kind of questions and stick on questions around development, career progression and things like that. Generally, it's a good questions. So guys, yes, those are my top tips. If you're having your band 6 job interview coming up with the NHS, those are my top tips on how to prepare, plan and ace it. Hey! Yes, guys, if you want me to do something more detailed or more specific on any of these sections, let me know and we are going to do that just for you guys. We're growing, we're developing, we're becoming better. Yes! And thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. Comment down below as well your thoughts, suggestions and what you would like us to do going forward on the channel in terms of career development. If you have any video ideas or anything you want me to talk more detail on and give you examples of how I myself did them, please let us know down below in the comment section. Okay, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care. Ciao.